And we're there.
Yo, people. So, the RaddTitan chat 271. This is the longest running statue collectors chat in the business. We're going to be going through the weekly updates and letting you all know about how we're doing and if anything, any progress has been made, anyone's bought anything happening, any business going down. We'll look over the latest updates. Got some cool stuff from what are they called? LBS, is it? Legendary Beast.
Yeah, Legendary Beast Studios.
We've got some cool custom stuff as well. And it's like a few company bits. I sent loads of pictures over to Alex, and I'm sure he's got loads himself. We'll also be fielding your questions and any subject matter that you want to go through. I'll just quickly say a massive shout out to Tyler Sherwood for his awesome room tour that we just showed on the channel. Really, really super clean setup. Very, very nice. Some fantastic gem pieces in there from all over the place. So I really enjoyed watching that. Great job, Tyler.
Well, that's the thing as well. He's like a principal, isn't he, for like an international school?
If he was not principal, we'd always been in that fucking office.
Probably would have nicked half of it as well. Yeah. But Tyler's been doing a few videos for us as well, so
he's going to be or has done.
He's done, and he's done some more, which are going to be posted probably tomorrow. So he's done some previously, like the ones that are over in XM. They're all him. And then he's done some point. Am I drinking that? Okay.
We're drinking Guinness.
And you just, oh yeah,
got a whole garden today, bro.
You don't go back. Yeah,
back at the berries.
Yeah, so he sent across a video for the Legendary Beast Studios Hulk. So we were talking about. He sent across a video for the Superman diorama and the Superman Classic, so they'll be coming through. I should be getting my ass over there in December.
You're going on my birthday, ain't you?
I'll be going on your birthday again. Yeah.
No, I remember that.
Well, at least I made it for the 40th. So, right, who we got in the house at the moment? So we've got Punisher XS watching. Bobby Goldener, how you doing? Stuck up on Inferno. Evening chaps, Hope all's hunky dory. Lightning Trip, what's up? How's it going? Cameron, how you doing? Howdy, fellas. Hope you're doing well. Loving these Friday chats. Yeah, it's working out well at the moment. Make sure your drinks are ice cold. Yeah, just go out of the fridge. Don Zed, evening gents. How you doing? Alonso, how you doing? Hello, boys. Evening all from Nick Chesh as well. A few people are going off to see Black Adam, aren't they? So we've got a few people going to see that, going to the premiere.
Nice.
I've got a cinema pass, and I'm just not really in a rush to go see it.
Go see it, you fucking puff. What's the matter?
I will go see it, but I'm just not in a rush. Andy Kelly, how you doing? AC Luda, Sup. Andy Lee, there you go. What's up, Alex and Gio? I actually, talking about that, I did go to see Lost Boys at the cinema on Monday. And let me mute that. Yeah, so basically, I'm a big fan of Lost Boys, big fan of that kind of 80s horror. And I do think that Lost Boys is a real great kind of balance of horror, comedy, and they do a really good job in that. And even when I was watching it now, I still really enjoyed it. So
was there any new bits in there?
Nah.
Always hope that there'd be just a little bit of something.
Well, it's the 35th anniversary 4K edition. That's why it was released.
Sucker.
Nothing extra.
Dude, that guy with the long hair has got the blackest voice ever.
Which one? Well, that one.
No, the one. You miss sucker. It's like, funky that guy when he do it. It's like shit.
I think he's dead, that one.
Is he?
One of them's dead, yeah. I think he's Paul. Actually, I don't think Paul's dead. I think it's the one that they never mention.
Who?
There's a guy that they don't mention his name. So you got like Alex Winter, who is
Marco.
They always say Marco. You got Paul. Obviously, you got David, and then you got the other guy. They never mention his name.
There's a blonde guy. Is that Paul?
Paul's got dark hair. There's two with dark hair on there.
Well, the guy with dark hair is the one's like you miss sucker. That's if that's the case, it's Paul. Nah, because there's Marco, there's David, there's Marco, there's a long-haired, dark-haired guy, and there's a blonde, long-haired guy, and that's it. There's no two dark-haired guys in that film.
I'm trying to remember what this is. Then
I've just told you. You don't need to check. I'm right.
There's Paul, who here is a guy who's got blonde hair.
Long. Looks a bit like an outstation.
No, I can only see him as an adult. You got Marco, who's obviously Alex Winter. There's a guy called Dwayne, who's got dark hair. Laddie, who's the kid.
Little boy. See?
And obviously you got Tim Capello on the saxophone as well, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember who. Yeah, I think it's Dwayne. You don't really hear his name. So yeah, it's the one with the dark hair. Sorry, yeah. But then also, do you know Star? She's worth like $3 billion.
Why?
She married the right man. You know, she married some rich dude. Apparently,
who's worth that?
Well, they're worth it, aren't they? They're together. They've been together since '89. You know, literally after Lost Boys, they've been together with him. So, yeah.
You clearly ain't just with him for the money. If that's the case, is it?
Well, clearly not. Yeah. But she was at the time. She was like a lot of people fancied her. A lot of Jamie Gantz. Sorry.
She never did nothing for me.
No, she didn't do anything for me, but at the time, like, you know, she was very sort of popular.
Fancy the dude with the sack.
The dude with... We said the dude with the sack?
Yeah, the sacks.
Oh, yeah.
With his hip movement.
British bulldog-looking motherfucker, basically.
Yeah, David Boy Smith was a bit like, I was much more interested in him, believe me.
Well, they got all the stuff where... he's on loads of videos with Tina Turner where he's basically dry humping on stage. I toured with her, yeah. And I saw a load of videos. I was watching like that song and then the song from Gunship, which comes up and he plays saxophone in that. And then he started doing all these Tina Turner ones and I had them on the TV. And there's one of them where, yeah, they literally, you know, look like they're about to fuck. Who else we got in? Alan Johnson, how you doing? Evening. I can pour this Guinness like that because it's one of the ones with the widget thing in it, so it's fine. I just poured my girlfriend a beer. I totally fucked up. It was just all head like that. She weren't happy. Les Dazza, how you doing? What's happening, fellas? Hope everything's good with you too.
I'm good, brother.
80s horror was the best. Totally agree. I'm a big fan of 80s horror. I'm a big fan of all the prosthetic stuff as well. So
the 80s was a fucking kick-ass fucking decade.
I'm going to go see The Thing, which has got that's the 40th anniversary 4K edition. I'm going to go see that. Gio, don't know much about soccer, football. Heard Ronaldo did something stupid. What exactly did Ronaldo do to piss everyone off? Are we going to go into that?
Yeah, he refused to come on as a late substitute in the game. So the manager made the substitution. And obviously, you talk to the player and say, right, you're going to come on. And he apparently refused to come on. So then Ten Hag made another substitution, different player. It was late in the game. And he actually left Old Trafford on the 89th minute. So before the whistle, before we won the game, which was our best performance of the season, proper Ten Hag football, where we actually were fucking outstanding for like probably the best game we've played in 10 years in just in terms of control. We're completely just absolutely abused fucking Tottenham, honestly. If it had been a boxing match, it would have been stopped. It was that bad. We had like fucking something like 30 shots or something in the first like half of the game. It was ridiculous. It's like a record in the Premier League. We just abused them. If they didn't have their goalkeeper, if they didn't have such a good performance from their goalkeeper, we'd have scored fucking 7 goals. It was embarrassing for Tottenham. You know, they were shit. They're a good side as well. They would have gone second if they'd have won Spurs. So you know, they're having a good year. But we just absolutely fucking beat shit. We won 2-0. But when Ronaldo was meant to come on, he refused to come on, and then he left Old Trafford early. So he left, the whistle was blown in the thing. So instead of coming out and celebrating with his team and like applauding the crowd and doing all the shit that you do as a team player, he just fucked off down the tunnel and left Old Trafford and went home. And obviously that's filmed and recorded, and there's pictures everywhere of it. So the manager's fucking pissed. And
or was he just being a diva because he was being brought on too late? Or
no, he didn't. He refused to go on because he was asked to go on late in the game.
That's what I mean. So because it was so late, he's like, well, I can't score, I can't do anything. So fucking what's the point?
But this is the problem, you know. Like I'm a massive Ronaldo fan. Obviously, you know, we built him at Manchester United. We built him. You know, he that's where he became the best player in the world, and then he went to Real Madrid, and he proved it for like fucking a decade. But he's just killing his legacy here. He's just absolutely. I mean, the worst thing about this is the second time he's done it. Like he did it in pre-season, he did it really early in the season, but he was lucky because other players were with him that did it. But they were squad play. They weren't in the squad. They were sort of like there. So after the game, they left early. I think they left at half time or some shit. They got all pictured being caught leaving the ground. But he got away with it. Then he was warned. He was fined. But this time it's much more serious. And now I think Ten Hag is he's dropped him completely from the matchday squad against Chelsea tomorrow, and he's going to be sold in January. And I think he's tarnishing his legacy, you know, here at the minute, which is a shame because, you know, he's super hyper professional. But he seems at the minute like he only is that way if he's playing, and it all revolves around him. If it's not, then he becomes a petulant fucking child. And, you know, that's just not acceptable. So I'm Team Ten Hag anyway. I fucking love that guy. I've literally loved that guy. He's my favourite manager since Fergie's era. He's fucking great. I just he actually looks a little bit like the devil to me as well, which I really like. He's like quite pale. He's like my skin tone, but he's got like black eyes. Eyes are like black. He's got like a goatee and shit, and bald head. He's just like he's the devil. He's the fucking devil. I'm just loving him.
All right,
I'm loving him big time.
Jesus.
All of his fucking signings have been class. The whole fucking team is playing better. Everyone that's been shit, you know, under all these managers is now fucking putting in a shift. It's just we're playing proper football, and I'm loving this guy. If I could sign him on 10-year contract tomorrow, I would be cheering from the roof. Love him.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Darren Crofer in the house. How you doing? Hope everyone's well. Tommy Cole, the boys. How you doing? Bad man. What's up, Lightning? Superman Kelly. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Get a chance to see the old classics in the theatre is awesome. Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, there's like all horror stuff coming out, and they also did. They do it every now and again. They do like one a month. So I do try and get to go see them for sure. Sup. The Real McCoy. Been a while since I've been able to catch a stream. Nothing like relaxing with a glass of Bombay listening to RaddTitan.
Mate, you'd be fucking the man after my fucking wife's heart. Fucking Bombay Sapphire.
Yeah. Julian, how you doing? Morning from the very moist Melbourne.
Don't call it that.
Question for Gio. Is the Ronan the Accuser piece you recently got in the top 5 pieces of your collection? So, still one of the cleanest pieces I've seen yet.
I think if we're talking about like pieces that are unmodified in my setup, then I would probably have to say yes. It's very hard though. That's hard. Right, so let me wait there. Let me just have a look. It's tough. It's a tough, but I mean, it would be there or thereabouts. I've got some pretty nice pieces like that I really rate, you know. But what I would say is it all comes down to sort of tastes, you know. Like that's like a sort of a big Bowen piece in its own way. I mean, I'm not talking about like in terms of the paint application and shit like that. It's a bulky fucking figure. It's all fully sculpted. It has loads of different sort of shades of green, metallic paints mixed in with matte paints. It's got different textures all over the place. It's a bit of a hard on for me because it ticks all those boxes I really like. So if I like sit down and I think about like my favorite top 10 things of a statue, it would be an overly muscular male frame, heavy statue, not overly complex base, almost borderline museum-like base, solid pose, metallic paint. You know, I really like metallic paint on a statue. For some reason, don't know why that is. Yeah, you know, fucking things like, you know, textures changing constantly. So you've got like the cape, and then you've got the armor, and then you've got the fucking sort of Under Armour sort of stuff like that. So it's all things that tick all my boxes. So for my guilty pleasure, I'd probably say it's going to be there or thereabouts for sure. It's a very nice piece, very nice. And the base is one of the heaviest bases for a simple fucking round base I've ever had.
Sure, Murray in the house. How you doing? Lucky Star. Yes. Do you want to read that one, George?
Sosanos Authentis Tegatons of my life. So this is one of them things where like you hear Indian people talk and they don't have certain words for certain words. So then they, you know, like it's like, oh, I got that. Yeah, I told her to fuck off.
It's like that song in Fist of the North Star where it's like, Guni, it's been a long, long time. Gumi away.
No
idea what you're talking about, but
NHP 1/3 Studios extend attentions. I believe I would like to say I think that's Spanish. Spanish, is that Spanish or Portuguese? I'll go with Spanish.
Yeah. Always love seeing Tottenham getting abused. Andy Kelly, the sax guy, is Tim Capello, who's playing the after party tomorrow night at For the Love of Horror in Manchester. He fucking loves it. Yeah, I've seen a few videos of him doing that. Yeah. We play you lot tomorrow, Gio. I was born and bred in Manchester, but I'm a Chelsea fan. Family arguments will be happening tomorrow.
How can you do that? But then what am I talking about? I'm born and bred in well, I wasn't actually. I was born in Scotland, but I've been in North London since I was like very, very small. And I hate fucking Arsenal. I hate fucking Tottenham. I can't stand them. I can't stand their fan base. I got to be honest with you. I really dislike pretty much the whole Arsenal fan base. Is just like fucking hell. I couldn't think of anything worse. I'd rather go support and cheer for cricket than fucking support Arsenal. Their fans are fucking disgraceful. But
yeah, Critical Mass in the house. Yo. Happy Friday, everyone.
If we play like we did against Spurs against Chelsea, you're getting fucking hammered because I've not seen that was a real proper performance. I hope they've got it in them. I really do.
Yeah. Everyday Collector. Hey guys, how you doing? Cameron, good on the coach to punish him.
Yeah.
Footy Chats turned Alex into a zombie. Yeah, for sure. The thing I was looking at was on my screen. I'm looking behind me, all these fucking pillows. It looks like was that in Long Came Polly where he's like doing all the.
That's what Jenny said when you did the videos of your fucking thing. She sent me a message going, "I like Alex's spin statue videos, but can you tell him to move his fucking pillows?"
Well, the problem is I have to put them up here because the dog, like when I have him on the sofa. He starts chewing.
I don't think Jenny cares about your bullshit excuse. She's just saying aesthetically, move your fucking pillows.
Good evening, infidels. Marcus, I reckon the Frostwolf Viking Studios Venom is.
We are pretty much that, aren't we? Don't you think that? We are like the fucking outlaws of the statue world, aren't we?
What is that? The Frostwolf Viking Studio Venom is the best Venom I've ever seen. I have no idea what you're talking about unless you're just taking the piss.
Is that might be from Tyler's thing? Is that from Tyler's video, the little fucking thing?
What video?
Do you know he had a little Venom? Like quite a cute one.
No.
Is that right?
Thoughts on the hype for the Detective Comic 1000 Batman statue? Seen a bunch of people in one of the Facebook groups going absolutely mental over it, saying it's a must buy. Isn't that the one that people are starting to get, where the Fanbok one with the cape? Because I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a decent Detective Comics 1000 cover for sure.
That's 1000. I don't like that at all. I don't
know. Doesn't look as good. I don't think they delivered on. Definitely doesn't look as good as the prototype, for sure.
Alex, did
you know Mike cancelled that? He was well looking forward to that, and he cancelled it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a fan of all that art as well. I never go look at the render for the Ghost Rider. He don't share anything with me. Jay don't share anything with me. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the Rock playing Black Adam? Will this push him into the iconic status like how Arnold Terminator Sly Rambo? Rocky.
It's already there for me.
I think he's already up there, and he don't need that hype from this movie. But I don't know. I mean, I have to see whether Black Adam's going to be any good, because they're talking about that being the kind of starting point of a reboot, aren't they? Like a kind of reboot the whole thing. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it does. And I think
I
Rock
got a massive soft spot for him because for me, he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, WWE superstar of all time. And I'm a massive wrestling fan. So for me, The Rock, like obviously, I mean, I was there. I was there once at Wembley when he was on there, and he did this thing, and I've never forgotten it. And I've like seen him. Like I've been quite lucky. I've been to a few shows. I've got to see the Undertaker and Bret the Hitman Hart and like all loads of shit like that. And Bret the Hitman Hart actually gave the girl that was with me, that I went with, I was only a kid, but he gave her the glasses because she didn't stop cheering for him the whole fucking thing. So at the end of the thing, he came and took his glass on, put her over her head. It was fucking awesome. But I remember I was there once. I was in Wembley, I think Wembley Stadium, Wembley Arena. Can't remember which one it was. And he was on the Titan trying to like talking. Yeah, so he wasn't in the crowd, or he wasn't there. He was behind the scenes talking, and they came over, and he did this thing, and he just basically the guy was asking him a question, like the interviewer, and he just literally grabbed the head of the microphone and pulled it down, and just looked up at the air, like the sky, and every fucking person, and like literally 70,000 people in Wembley just started shouting Rocky. Like I've never seen anything like it. Like the amount of control that he had of the audience, it was fucking like spine tinglingly good. So for me, he was an amazing talker, amazing athlete.
Stucker's saying that Stone Cold is the man.
Stone Cold was good, but Stone Cold was good, but he didn't have.
John Smith is going to get your eyebrow. Read the comment. There you go.
I had a guy say that to me when I was in the gym when I was doing back. I was doing pull downs, and he came over to me. It was like, fucking looked like a mini Brock Lesnar. I was all laughing. I thought it was awesome. Made my day, actually, to be fair. So thanks for that. I'll take that. I do like Brock Lesnar, but yeah, he didn't have the Stone Cold was good, but he didn't have the athleticism. Like The Rock had some serious athleticism. Like he could have done anything. He could have played professional sport at pretty much a lot of different levels. He's a very good fighter. Yeah, that's it. Millions. Yeah, I was proper like. For me, The Rock's up there with the best of them. So to see him do well in films is big. And I heard him do an interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Is it Jimmy Kimmel, the American guy? Yeah. And he sounded really passionate about like this project. Like he really he got
his producer of it as well.
Got the part he said. I swear to God, he said like 7 years ago or 6 years ago he got the part. And it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and he just fought and fought and fought to get it made. Which
there was also the thing as well where he went for a fitting allegedly, and they did the suit, and he's like, "What's this?" And they're like, this is the suit, and it was all padded out, and he got really pissed off, and then he actually went away and just said, "No, don't do that. I'll go train." And he went away, come back, and bulked up or whatever.
Yeah, because a lot of the time for these type of films, I mean, it happened to Arnie, that they would say to him, "You're too big. You need to come down." To be in these, to be the certain roles that he did. So there's pictures like in the 80s.
As an insult, if Joe's Brock Lesnar, Alex is what's that? Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. Oh yeah, you'd. It's like a little midget Irishman.
Oh God!
It was like the little leprechaun that used to come out of Finley.
The Venom was in Tyler's video. Have you lads ever seen a Kang the Conqueror piece in the time in the hobby? I've never seen one. He's such an iconic Marvel villain. Only the Bone and Bust I've seen.
Yeah, mini bust. It's a mini bust.
Yeah, I've not seen the others other than that. Nicholas in the house. How you doing?
Hey mate.
He just come back from Black Adam, didn't he?
Did you like it?
Package. My man got Hermodo fired. Yeah, needed to get fired, that guy. Fucking legend. How was the movie, Nick? Did you know it wasn't?
Have you enjoyed it, bro?
It was the other mod, sorry. It was Jimmy Fallon, apparently, was on.
That's him. Yeah, sorry, that's him.
Peeps, they doing casual nerd problems. The Rock is an action star of his era, but most of his movies, which I enjoy but feel they're very forgettable. Yeah, Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you got to remember, it's you know,
JCG in the
there's
house.
so much nostalgia to like Arnold and Rambo, man, because we were like kids watching that shit. Like that stays with you for life. That would be there for life.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me.
And it
If
was
I,
also, you got to remember that they were the first people like that to do it.
yes, yeah,
Before that, there
right.
wasn't like these characters like that. Yeah. So you did see. He said the movie was good. Josh in the house, how you doing? What's up, guys? Happy to be tuning in live before I go get some pho for dinner within a couple of hours. You guys get any new POs or pickups since the last stream? No, I haven't got anything new this week. Nothing.
I bought XM Punisher on a bike, and I'm having it sent to Ian Wilkinson, and me and him are going to collaborate the fuck out of that, and going to repaint everything, going to change everything, going to repaint it all, going to change it, got to hit a project on that. Got some big ideas and fucking plans for that. Many people will probably be like, "No, I don't know why you would do that," but I've got some fucking ideas on that I want to do. I wanted a Punisher. I wanted the Iron Studios one, but then I started thinking, it's another rooftop piece to go with the Daredevil Moon Knight I've got, and I just thought, you know what? I think a more complete display would be that bike piece with those two behind it, like elevated up. That was my sort of thinking, and I got a good price from Paul Gigley, so we'll see. Hopefully, it all arrives at Ian or Mint, no issues, and then he can get on it and fucking start doing what I need him to do with it. So I'm excited actually for that. I got to be honest that the hobby's moved in a direction for me now where repaint projects and all of that research and reference art, changing things, looking at things, making a piece my own. That's really where I'm getting my heart on now. My enjoyment is much more for that now.
Funny enough, I remember this conversation years ago when someone was doing it to all their pieces, and do you remember it was a bit like, what were they doing? Kind of doing it too much, and it was a bit like that at the time. But then it's just that I think that they'd been in the hobby for a long time at that point as well, and it's interesting the kind of the evolution of collectors. It kind of seems to go that way.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm enjoying that more. I'm enjoying sort of like turning pieces into how I want them to sort of be for me. So, I like that piece. There's,
Phantom Collector, that looks like that's a new name, I'm sure.
I don't know that one. Welcome, brother, though. Welcome.
Oh, hell yeah, another custom paint job. Hyped to see that. Black Adam is a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7. Best post-credit scene in a long time. Happy JCG. I've got the Sideshow Nightcrawler coming next week. My last Sideshow pre-order. CNP. Nothing tugs on my nostalgia strings like watching Jingle All the Way at Christmas of Arnie.
Turbo Man. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Turbo Man. Post-credit was amazing. God, what are the post-credits now? Critical. No. Talking amongst themselves. It's all fine. Yeah, there you go. So do you want to there's your boy there. About to talk about him, weren't you?
Yes, we were about to say that we are next week we're going to be having, Keys World Collections on the chat. We're going to be going through, we're going to be talking to him, and we're going to be going through his content and highlighting his channel, and basically talking to him, and then we're going to go through the news. So he'll be giving his opinions on the pieces like what we do each week, and then we'll be catching up with him and basically trying to showcase him. So if you're not subbed already, like, go check out his channel. I hear he's given away an XM Iron Spider-Man if he gets to 2,000 subs, and he's about 1.3k at the moment. 1.1. So he needs 900 subs to release that to somebody in that 2,000 thing. Could be me. I'm a sub, so I like him. He's an honest cat, and I'm looking forward to catching up with him and hearing his thoughts next week. I reached out to him and said, "Look, bro, I'd love to help you hit your milestone and showcase you a little bit. Something that we do here. All these fucking channels want to get on the bigger channels. If they've got 20,000, they want someone's got 50,000. They can nick some of their numbers. We're one of the few people that just likes highlighting other smaller channels. They've got a little bit more integrity and honesty about them. So we like to highlight that here. And I'm really looking forward to catching up with Cases. It's not even called that. He's like is it Khalil or something like that? Yeah, it's Khalil. Probably butchered your name, but But yeah, I'm going to be catching up with him next week, so I'm looking forward to that, and obviously introducing him to the RaddTitan family. So that'll be great.
I am the name butcherer. Do you know somewhere on my my PC I've got that clip. It's not the guy. It wasn't Anal Shitrag. It wasn't that guy. Who actually, I feel really bad because he was really like commenting a lot, and then I butchered his name, and then he stopped commenting.
I'm not surprised.
But his name was he looked like Anal Shitrag.
Oh, okay.
Was his name. But then the other guy was something where he had this really cool background of like a Doctor Strange sanctorium or something, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he had like the stands, and he had like Doctor Strange, and he had like what looked like a window or something.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name, but it was Cock something. And I totally butchered it. Like, yeah, he I think he even messaged me to say he wasn't very happy about it. But I've actually got the clip somewhere on my PC where I'm saying the name.
Said that you share that. It's funny. No, I keep them. I got loads of little there's nothing malicious in it, but it's fun.
I got loads of little clips. I got one about there's one about the dinner lady from primary school, where we went in her room and found this massive dildo because her kid was in one of our classes.
Yeah,
Richard he was, and he used to live around by Nadia.
Yeah. I remember.
We went in there and there was like this massive fucking 14-inch dildo in the drawer. It was one of the dinner ladies, yeah. Anyway, how you doing, guys? So yeah, make sure you sub, and can't wait, fellas, for excited. So I'll be around this sort of time. We'll send you the link and all that.
Just we'll get on there. We'll there you go, my boys. Well done. Family supporting each other.
That's what it's Iron Patriot piece eventually. The combination of Iron Man's armor with Captain America's armor is so cool. There was one, but it was a bit rigid. There was from I think Sideshow have actually done one, didn't they? And then
Sideshow's done one, and Imaginarium Arts has done one. I liked Imaginarium Arts one, but it was a little bit stiff.
Well, it was from the Dark Avengers line, so it kind of was Norman Osborn, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, it was a dark one. But they did the Iron Patriot Sideshow, and they did the typical thing where, because it's obviously the black guy face, they totally fucked up. Because it's just such a
repaint can't sort, man.
Yeah, but the problem is like, we're in a very fortunate position where we have access to somebody like that, but then not everyone does. Not everyone has access to someone who is good and is affordable.
Worth just sending it to him. I would, if I was in the US, I would still send it to Ian. Yeah. It'd be cheaper.
I asked a quote for someone to paint me that Crow model, and they wanted like $1,500 for it, and that wasn't even including the shipping and stuff. And they were like in Malaysia, and I'm like, dude, $1,500. That's like 6 months or a year of your rent. Jesus, what are you gonna do? What are you planning on doing?
Yeah, fuck that. See that fucking guy, once you close that deal out fucking with like fucking strippers and prostitutes and fucking champagne every night. Fuck that
shit. God. What's your favorite piece in your collection right now?
Answer your own fucking question. Don't fucking always put this on me, you cunt.
All my pieces are boxed up.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. You know what you've got, you fucking idiot.
The pieces I've got out.
It on me. Give me a chance to think.
No, it's just I can't wait to get my Guyver back out. I really, really cannot wait to get him back out. But out of the 3 pieces I have out at the moment, it'll probably be my pro custom. I've got some of that, but I really cannot wait to get my Prime 1 Guyver 1 back out. I really can't wait for that.
Best piece now.
That's the thing, is you can look around. Do you know what happens with me as well? Is I'm like, because I've got so many pieces boxed up. I've got so many pieces boxed up that I literally go through things, and literally also I get like an old video gets comments, so I get a comment on it, and I'll open it, to reply to that comment. I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I got that.
I still really like the. I still think my favorite piece in my collection, because the word is favorite. So my favorite piece is the XM Studio Stanos repaint that I did when I got the custom base and a few other custom bits, and Mistress Death and all that shit, like the complete the complete sort of look. So that's my favorite piece.
Yeah. So let me correct myself. I just got an email that my actual last Sideshow pre-order for a long while just shipped after Nightcrawler, the Campbell's Red Riding Hood, which I am.
Okay. I love that. I love that line. Actually, I'm a big fan of that line.
Really, I'm going to pay my PCS Howling Werewolf. That's actually really cool. Cool way of doing it. Yeah. Frenzy Collect, hello gentlemen. How you doing? Has your Guyver not been out since you moved? Poor chap. Yeah, he's been boxed up over a year now. So I don't even know. And also, I don't even know where the box is, because I think that because they're big boxes. So I think he's like shoved right in the back as well. Super skills up. How you doing? Gio definitely went all out with the XM Thanos. Richard Gauthier, happy Friday night. Yeah.
I got like attachments to like Bowens, like where I started. So like people used to say like about some XM pieces like they're big Bowens, like it's a derogatory comment. It couldn't be more of a compliment for where I'm from. So that particular piece, I just like the sculpt on that. I just think it's very, very close. Like the new one they did is a very nice statue with loads of details. But when I read Thanos, when I was getting into it, it was like 90s era Thanos. It was very simple. The covers were simple. How he looked was relatively simple. He was big and muscular and all that kind of shit, but it wasn't overly elaborate as a character. So I find the XM's one, because of the size, the scale of it, it's just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Everyone since then has sort of made him a little bit like they've over detailed him. I actually think that barring XM Thanos, the only one that's close is probably that's good is the legendary scale one. All the others, I mean, even the throne piece, which I own, is a completely different kind of suit and style and everything. So. And that's why I have the King head. That's why I have the Thanos King, the King Thanos custom head on that particular one, because the body and the suit and everything else is not classic Thanos. So, you know what
I mean? Alex, we talked about your Guyver base before. Bring it with you next time you're in the States, and we can talk about repaint. Dude, the base on that is massive, and that'll take up my whole luggage. So yeah, and also there's not much with the Guyver 1 base. There's not much issue with the Guyver 1 base. Actually, even the Guyver 3 base isn't that bad. It's more the figure. So the bases are actually not too bad.
Yeah, the bases are really good.
Do you think if Prime 1 does not get enough POs for that 1700 quarter scale Batman, they might pull back with ridiculous pricing? I wanted that future state Batman, so I'm pretty gutted. Yeah, I mean, their pricing is crazy. And I know a lot of people are complaining about this being, quarter scale and being over the 1/3 scale pricing. It's getting insane. It's really getting insane. But the problem is, people are always going to be buying it. People will be ordering that, And the problem, and also then, if people don't buy it and it gets less than 100 orders, Prime 1 will just cancel it. They won't make it.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't the 1; it was number 3. Number 3 is not that bad either. It's the figure.
With that Batman, you're actually better off just letting it pass. Yeah. Think about the long game. Let it pass. Let it go, and then just wait. A year or so after it's been released, you'll be able to get that for fucking cheaper than what it's for, because there'll be the next thing. That's the thing you have to always remember. Those fucking cats that are buying the next thing because they have to have the next big thing, they're the same fucking guys that are going, oh yeah, I'll just move that one out. And all of a sudden they forget about taxes, they forget about shipping. They look at the last price it sold for, which was a shit price, and all of a sudden you see that $1,700 selling for $1,200. It happens that easy. So just wait. Just
All
wait.
right, let's get to these pictures. Present. And share screen. Nope, that one. And branding.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sent me across these because these are just a reminder about the fact that you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Got some ideas on what I'm going to do with it. So,
Looks like Charles' pictures, though.
huh?
This looks like Charles's pictures.
Don't know. It's good pictures though. Most of the pictures I see of this are quite dark. So this is a quite bright. You know, you can sort of see what you're getting with this.
You see all the detail on that, yeah.
So
Looks like
this is what I'm
Charles.
getting. This is what I'm getting completely repainted. So I'm really thinking about what to do with this. So yeah, and these are. I also want to put these in. So if anybody has any of these 2 custom heads here, like hit me up on if you want to sell them. If anybody's got them and they want rid, because I kind of like this one. I've never seen this one before. I really like it.
I think I remember it from a long time ago. I do vaguely remember it.
Yeah, I like this one with the cigar and the sort of like the slick back hair. Kind of dig it. It's a nice portrait for this piece. Seems to, and there's the other one there, which I like that one too. If I can get hold of that one,
Is it another one I had?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was nice. It wasn't too bad.
So another one that fits the body pretty well. Well, that's nice. What's that?
You sent that to me. I don't know. You sent it to me.
I didn't send that picture.
Okay, someone sent it to me. Oh, maybe this could be thingy. This could be Punisher 2000. Then maybe he sent it to me. It's just sent it between messages.
What's this? What is that? What is that from?
It looks like a head holder. It looks like a bust to hold the head.
Yeah, but what head is that? What's that for?
It looks like a custom one for Sideshow, no? Or a custom one for the Iron Studios.
Really nice portrait on that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it looks like a custom head, and they made a bust to put it on.
Yeah, that looks cool as fuck.
It must be Punisher. Yeah,
love that. That's awesome.
That's Rod in the house. Cole in the house. How you doing, guys?
Yo.
This then is Lupin the Third. This is Figurama. Really big anime, really popular. It's about like a thief. So this is their next. So I got hiccups. So this comes out. Nice small piece. So it's like 31 up height, 31 deep, and then 41 wide. So nice sort of like small diorama. Get a lot of characters in there. Not seen the anime myself, so I'm not really familiar with it, to be honest.
Funky, isn't it?
A lot of positivity on the groups. Looks more like King Diamond from Merciful Fate. I don't know who that is. Then these are the Legendary Beast Hulk pictures. These are from Tyler. So he was there today, took some pictures on his phone and some pictures on his new Nikon. So yeah, these look great. These look really nice. I cannot wait to see these in person. I really can't wait to see them in person. And I also think as well, because they're 1/3, and I just think that you can't gauge how big these are going to be until you see them.
No.
I actually like some of these heads. I mean, there's like the front.
Yeah, the portraits are fucking great. This just looks great.
Yeah, they've done really, really well.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I love the bust for this one. So
really
like the base, the storytelling on the base as well.
Yeah. So it looks like really cool pieces. Talk about Lupin. Wacky anime focused on a group of thieves. Named after the famous historical thief named Arsene Lupin. Fun and entertaining anime. Trying to decide if I should have the PCS Hogan or Macho Man sent first. Going to pay off one this month and get the other one next month. Which one do you think?
I get Macho Man. Looks the PCS Hogan looks fuck all like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
nothing like him at all.
Hulk's
likeness is one of the worst.
Might have to order one of these Hulks. Phantom was
He's
blank. No idea what you're talking about.
crazy, man. I just think they look great.
They
Love
do
all
with the
the
texture,
portrait.
the texturing on the skin as well, the veins, the shading. They look really good. And then
This
there's
one like this here. The evolution of
there.
man, innit?
Yeah,
Very
really
cool.
nice. And then there's the obviously the accident. I love that because that effect was like a brass, was all like oxidized. Really cool, really cool. And
Yeah,
then you got the
3D thing.
transformation section there, and then you got the villains on the other one. So you got like Abomination there,
Red
Hulk
Hulk,
on the
Abomination, Absorbing Man.
Juggernaut. Don't know what those two are.
The one that one's go closer. One's Absorbing Man, and after that is the leader, and then the guy to the right of the leader is Wendigo. So there's the leader, then Wendigo,
Who's
and
this
then
on here though?
that's
Absorbing Man. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Absorbing Man.
Juggernaut.
Then the Juggernaut. So all like pretty iconic characters that Hulk's had major tussles with. All of these.
Yeah, that's fucking cool, man.
It's just a great base, man. It's got so many fucking knobs on it. It's really good.
We have to stop here. Here you go. Hi guys, Ross from Sydney. I hear the LBS Hulk is coming up for pre-order. Can you confirm? Totally agree with people stuck on their phone chats last week. Sorry. Totally agree with people stuck on their phone chat last week. Thank you.
Yeah, because we were talking about the social media thing. We were talking about people just are not talking anymore. So I think I saw an advert as well, a Facebook thing, where it's like a virtual reality where you have like meetings with people.
Yeah.
And I was just a bit, and I actually had to comment, and I basically said, great, another tool that separates you from human interaction. Yeah. You know, you're trying to dehumanize us at every opportunity, just to make us literally in a world of our own with fuck all interest in anybody else. It's horrible.
Yeah,
really horrible.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's there's always been that prediction about people are going to be living the VR world and in their like house all day, literally like linked up to fucking IV bags and shit. That's the kind of prediction of it was, isn't it?
Yeah,
horrible. Gabriel Gutierrez, how you doing? Casual Nerd Problems. We think we'll get a Juggernaut from XM anytime soon. I don't think it's on the radar soon, but they should be doing one at some point. Gabriel, have they announced a price? I thought they put the price out, but I think they put the price out before it was like Legendary Beast put it out before it was finalized by XM and the licenses, so they got told off and they got told they had to retract it. So I think it was announced, but not properly. Enterprise Cyberpunk. So is it Cyberpunk Edge Runners? There's also Amazing Anime Dam. Prime Collectibles, not bad at all. Joke, that's not the price yet. Yes, you're fucking around about the price. It's $1,300. You can dream that's not going to be $1,300. Then you got the grey version of that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's the size for the hand as well. Same size as Tyler's hand. Jeez. And you got the grey one. Yeah, they look really nice. Really nice. I think Legendary Beast has come a long way. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This then is this the future state one that people talk about? This is the one, the 1700.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see then. I'm not really seeing it. Okay, there you go. So this is the base on this. It's got a character on the base. It was like a kind of like diorama. Yeah, I mean, and different swap about portraits. I mean, is that really the $1,700 piece?
I think probably they've overpitched it. I mean, but then again, it's hard for me because today's prices are like insane. I'd probably pitch this as like $1,350, $1,400. So I think they've gone slightly over that.
Yeah, I think.
It is a diorama piece. It's not a museum. It's dynamic. There's loads of shit going on.
Yeah,
There's enough to
and
fit
then, as I
like a
said, there
body,
is a
like 3
character in
statues
the
on there. It's pretty busy.
Yeah. It's hard to say though. I mean,
I'd say 13,
yeah,
14. I'd say 1300, 1350. I think
yeah,
they've gone up. They've been too greedy with it, but that's me.
Dave Cundy, I just saw the Eagle Moss went under, and everyone who was doing that next gen enterprise model kits doesn't look like they're going to get completed now. I heard that they will be completing all of the sets that they have pre-orders on. They will be selling. They will be honoring them. I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but
Proofs
I
in the
spoke to
pudding.
someone who was the person I spoke to was very, very high up there. And they moved across. They have moved across to another company, but he says that they will be honoured. This won't see the light of day unless they drop the price to
I hope so.
1300.
The only way to
you
stop it, mate, is
price.
honestly is to like not buy it. It's the only way to stop it. You have to talk with your wallet. Second, things got to step out of line. You've got to fucking make people aware that they're out of line.
It's quite a good point there as well. It's like, oops, click the wrong button there. I struggle with that. He looks like he's not looking at the robot and where his fist is going.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's looking the wrong way for where his fist is going. Yeah, interesting point. Father Collector, I said the same thing about the 3400 Nia price, but they still produce that fucking wildly overviewed price thing. It's a Batman Prime one is trying to push a piece, and it's a great character to test it with. People should be saying this should be so people should be saying this should be $800 or $900, not $1,100 or 13 for
dude, what year are you in?
This is not an $800 or $900 piece.
Dude, are you in fucking 2016? What year do you think you're in?
Prime one.
If Amazon Throne is $1,200 fucking dollars.
I have 1/3 Batman pieces and only paid retail for the Scarecrow. The rest is secondary market and average at around 850 Aussie dollar.
There you are.
Image.
Hold the line. There's no fucking way. There's no way you're getting that. Yeah, there's no way you're talking $800-900. There's no way you're well out. Even with that, you're going too far the other way. Them prices.
Yeah, back to 2016 then.
Yeah, same. I fucking wish I was back there. Believe me.
Yeah.
Although the statues were shit in that year.
The funny thing is, at the time, you were still complaining about prices.
We always will complain. No
matter what the price is at the time, you still complain about the price.
Yeah.
Because it was always creeping up. This then is Prime one Harley Quinn in hands.
I think she looks great.
So,
my one gripe about this piece, though, is I think the choice of that colour of that chair was a mistake.
Yeah, because it kind of blends into her outfit.
It's a horrible choice of colour for the chair. Yeah. That should have been like a fucking nice brown, like almost a blacky brown colour.
Yeah.
That'd look lovely with light, with light brown sort of wooden things at the bottom. So a nice browny sort of colour, like completely contrast it up. That's it's too red, man. I think the portraits look great. I love the pose. Love all the Easter eggs. The whole thing looks great. I love all the heads, especially. I think they look fucking cool.
That looks cool as well. Yeah.
But fucking hell! Why is the? She looks like she's camouflaged.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Then this is a Noob Sabat.
Noob Sabot, yeah.
Yeah. So this is.
Yes, it actually looks really nice.
Yes. Yeah. Loads of. Want to make sure you package that properly.
Yeah, but I like this though. I like the intricate design they've gone with here, the sort of dynamic pose, and like this is really thinking outside the box. And this is a character that's sort of like a cult favorite. So this for me is all wins for PCS. All of this.
That is a nice piece. A very nice piece. 22 inches high, 15 wide, 15 deep.
Not too big.
Are the prices on that or not?
No idea.
No idea. Because some of their prices, that's one of the things about PCS lately, is their prices have been really, really crazy. Noob, what's his name? Noob Sabat.
Noob Sabat.
And I'm assuming that that's going to be on Sideshow. $855.
Again, I don't think that's beyond the realms of normality here.
Yeah.
2 pieces, probably what's the average? 600, so that's not too bad.
These are in-hand pictures now of the Ronin.
What do you think?
To get this in hand in UK, I think you had to pay $450. I think Andrew Kelly, not Andy Kelly, he got his in, and so he was getting his, and he was just said that the shipping was just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
What do you think of the piece?
I mean, it's hard to tell because it's from these pictures, but from these pictures, I think it looks fine. I mean, I think it looks all right.
I think they did a great job. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a very good job.
I've only seen these pictures of it, and I can't see issues with it. Yeah,
I'm not on PCS's like a Christmas card list, and believe me, they're not in mine. And if I bumped into them at a con, there'd be some frosty shit, and if a bad word was said, there'd be some bones getting crunched. But that doesn't mean just because that's the case I'm going to lie about their stuff. If it's bad, I'm going to really highlight it, and if it's good, I'm going to really fucking highlight it's good. I think that looks great. I think they did a good job. Obviously, they showed it like all glowing and all that bollocks, which they were never going to be able to replicate. But I still think
it did look more like.
I still think they've conveyed what they need to convey. I think it's a good job. Looks good from these pictures, anyway.
Sorry, I know the future state base is much larger, but Queen just announced that Nightmare Batman at $750 with all that cut and sew to it. It's still really detailed piece too. I don't think Prime One can justify the price.
That's the thing is they don't need to.
Don't need to justify it because people will buy it.
Yeah.
Superman Kelly saying he just cancelled his Ronin. Gonna have to pick up from EU distributor. John Smith called it statue. In just 1 year, the price for a PCS Last Ronin didn't seem outrageous. Yeah. Cool facts, if you didn't know, Noob Sabat was created by the two founders of Mortal Kombat, both their combined names together, spelled backwards, spelled out Noob Sabat. Yeah, I didn't know that. $2,000 of shipping is crazy expensive. Future State Batman here in the States. Yeah, it is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Which is why we've been saying for weeks, months, that it's probably the time to look back over older pieces and pick them up.
Definitely is.
Get better deals. Talking about that, that's the Nightmare Batman. $750 is not a bad price for that.
I'd definitely buy that over the other fucking shit thing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If I had the choice. But then again, for me, I'm going to say it, and I think I'm going to say it. Affleck for me is the best Batman. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like his fight scenes are fucking really good.
I just like him as Batman.
I think he's
great. I think he's great as Batman. I think he's a really good Batman. You get the tortured thing with him much more. You get the internal struggles and the tortured, fucking beaten, twisted person in there a lot more through that. I like him as Batman. He's the best.
Have you seen the Batman yet?
Nah. I'm just not motivated to watch it. Do you know I finished yesterday? Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's shit.
Yeah.
I think it was all them. I don't know what phase I'm on at the moment, but they're all shit.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi is just like average. I mean, I like the dragon, obviously. I like the big dragon fight in the fucking.
Yeah, when the dragon comes out of the war.
I like all that shit, but the rest of it's kind of shit. It's kind of weak. Then Love and Thunder was like, I just laugh because I'm just really bad with like.
It's too bad that Ben Affleck didn't get his own Batman solo movie. Still could. Agreed that the warehouse fight scene in Batman versus Superman is still unmatched to what badass he was. Yeah, but that's that. His stuntman in that is fucking badass. Adam West is the best Batman.
Reminds me of Frank Miller
Batman. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sabo backwards is Tobias. Whatever happened to that guy? Not sure. Not sure what happened to him. But yeah, the fight scene in Batman versus Superman is really good. Yeah, it's nice. Looks really nice.
Great detailing on there. Fantastic cut and
Yeah.
smoke job on this. Looks great. Looks real good.
And if that's again $750 in the current market, it doesn't sound too bad, does it?
Nah, it definitely doesn't.
This is another Joker. Jesus Christ, how many Jokers are they doing to this guy?
Film was shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than watch that fucking film. I swear to God. Give me the choice right now. We're doing one or the other. I'll be like, you know what? I had heaters and I still do it.
I mean, I watched the film and, I've only seen it once and I enjoyed watching it once to a degree of the filmmaking and, the storytelling and things. But I went away thinking, okay, I wouldn't watch it again,
It feels to me like abuse watching that film.
Cheers, there's some funny shit. I prefer the wetter version. Looks too much like a toy to me, that Batman. This one is huge miss for me. Looks like he should have was that the burlesque attached? Yeah, like a puppet. Amazing film, Geo. Yeah. I don't know. I just
Joker.
I can't see what the hype is with this this character and how they have how they made J&D managed to make an Arthur Flack and sell it for several $1,000s and people bought it. I don't get it. But people did. Stuck on phone. It looks like a right pansy. Very PC, yes. Yeah. And then this is then Queen did like a exhibition and they showed some of the pieces. So they got another Superman bust where in the middle it's got the Superman sort of baby where he's been transported, and got that Justice League there. They're also doing a series of Hulks. So you've got the green one. I don't like that smoke shit on the green one or the grey one.
What's this?
I think it works. These are Hulks by Queen Studios.
Let's have a look. Close in on one.
They're not very clear pictures.
Oh, okay.
They're quite blurry pictures, but on the...
I'm wondering what all that shit is over the back of him. What's that?
Yeah, that's the problem is on the green and the grey, I don't think it works very well.
You got to lose all that shit over the thing.
When you look on the red, it kind of... You can get away with it a bit more because of the heat issue.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with the other two. It really doesn't work.
The red looks the best for me.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Concept seems to fit much better. Or has it got flames on his back as well, the red one?
No, it's just light. It was the light. Ricky in the house, how you doing?
Yo.
I like the likeness of the Caval bust. Sorry, I think the likeness of the Caval bust is off. The one quarter scale black suit looks amazing there. That's coming up. Hulk Pillow Fight Edition. Then also you got the life size Hulk Buster, which is ridiculous if you can do that. Yeah. Then you've got the Iron Man. I don't even know what mark that is. I'm not even guessing. Another Iron Man as well. That looks more like a classic version. I wish those Hulk photos were darker. That's not going to go up for you now. Stacker Von Fono.
You're a cunt.
Stacker Von Fono's on like his third baby sham by now. That's why he's coming out with all these comments.
All these winners.
Yeah. Do you know there's this this junk shop near my house? Antique shop, and basically they sell like all this old crap, which looks like people have just emptied out the garage and stuff. And in the corner, they have like a 6-pack of Baby Sham unopened. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Really? Like literally, like the bottles.
We tried that once when we were kids, Baby Sham.
I've had Baby Sham a couple of times. Yeah. I don't know
It
if it's
tastes like. I remember.
sorry.
I don't remember what it tastes like. What it tastes like?
Isn't Baby Cham like a cheap winey thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Then you got
It's got like a
the
little
kebab.
deer on the front of it, or a little.
It does has like a little deer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that used to just always come out at like Christmas for some reason. You know. But yeah, the Caval one looks great, really nice.
Banana and all.
Yeah, where would you put the Hulkbuster exactly? 50 grand for that Hulkbuster? Fuck. It's ridiculous. Even the shipping as well. I'd hate to know the shipping on that. If it's 50 grand and then the tax, it's another 10 grand, isn't it? So fuck that. This then is that the wetter one and the queen one?
Yeah, I quite like that. There's someone did this picture and basically put them both together. I kind of like that they're both sort of sitting. So what
Yeah.
all they're missing is a chessboard in between the two of them, and you're
Yeah, I was going to say.
Especially with how Darkseid is sitting, it's a bit like fuck.
Yeah, it's like Thanos has got him on the run, isn't he?
Yeah.
Or what's it now? Darkseid has got that thing. Do you know there was that conspiracy thing recently where the grand champion got accused of having a vibrating love egg up his arsehole. Basically, so someone was telling him what to do by setting off the love egg. And there was like a big conspiracy about it recently. It looks like, he's got that going on. Do you not hear about it?
How does the love egg tell you what to do?
Because it's got like the remote control with it.
Right.
So you make it like buzz, and you kind of like, I don't know, I guess you'll do it like 3 times for C, like buzz, 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 and C5 to B, whatever, and then you'll tell him where to move by doing that kind of code, I guess.
If he's the grand fucking champion, who's telling him where to go?
I don't know, but unless they got like
grand champion
or like a program on it, I don't know.
Oh,
but there's like a conspiracy, and apparently now, because of the accusations, I think he lost, and then I think he's suing them for like $100 million.
Good. Fucking should.
I can't win. I'm usually accused of being a miserable and negative cunt. I got a pint and the wife's pint of the wife's lotion.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a love egg to cheat. Yeah. Justice League versus Avenger chessboard.
Exactly.
It was okay, the Joker movie, but I have no need for a statue of that version. Definitely not.
Do you know what it is with me? I'll tell you what it is, right?
$14,000 shipping plus the crane to bring in. Yeah.
I think with them films or with certain films, if they're slightly too close to being real, like too realistic, then I feel like it's an emotionally taxing experience in a bad way. And I always say to my wife, I always say, like, emotions they have a limit. It's what I truly believe. If you're like a person that falls in love really easy, and you keep getting your heart broken, eventually it will turn to stone. It happens. If you're a person who's fearful, like you're scared all the time, eventually it goes away. These things, they wear out, and I'm kind of like, my wife puts on like, I don't know, one born every minute or 24 hours in A&E, and it's some serious shit, like some heavy shit. I'm just like, you know what? I want to save. You don't know what your life's going to give you, and I don't want to waste time watching TV and feeling really emotionally like upset about someone I don't know who's having this horrible experience, because one day that might be someone important to me, and I don't want to go through that voluntarily. And watching the Joker, for some reason, I always feel it's a little bit too real to a actual someone who's got a mental disorder, that you're watching that for entertainment. It doesn't feel good to me. It's like, I don't want to watch this. It doesn't feel like the Joker to me. It feels like you're watching somebody go through a fucking nervous breakdown, and they've got serious mental problems. And I don't. That's not the Joker for me. The Joker is
that was always that issue of like, the way that the film was labeled as the Joker was like a bit of a ploy, wasn't it? Because the film could have been labeled as something as anything. and basically, they could have got away with it, but they used the Joker
They
name
should
as
have gone
well.
with that thing, that film. What was it? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like How to Lose Your Mind in 10 Days. That's what they should have gone with. Because it's just like watching somebody completely a dysfunctional mental midget, like completely lose it. Like he has something wrong before it goes wrong, and then it all goes wrong, and then you're sitting there going, "Oh, this is too much." And I'm in an unfortunate position throughout my life where I've spent time with people in places that have serious fucking problems, and I'm watching it like this, and I'm thinking to myself, "No, I'm not enjoying this." And I don't like the way they portray it. They try and aim that as the Joker. The Joker is the calculated chaos. All he is like anybody else. That the villains are for a hero. They're the carbon copy, but in reverse. Where Batman's organized, strategic, one step ahead, constant planning, rules, structures, all of these things. He is the complete opposite. He's the anti-Venom to that Venom. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the Joker. That Joker was just some sort of fucking crazy person. That was no anti. Batman would fuck his shit up, and he would last 5 minutes, and he'd sit crying about it for 4 years in a padded room. He ain't getting out of nowhere. That guy is not a coping person.
Yeah. What is your opinion on the Chainsaw Man statue by East Dream? I think we spoke about that a couple of weeks ago. Is that the one on Sideshow that's 1/7? I think we spoke about that and we said it was a really nice piece. Geo would be a scenario where someone in the crowd is showing him somewhere to move via love egg, 1 tingle for bad move and 2 tingles for good to go. Life can be shit enough. I hate watching really down on movies that make me miserable. I like movies to be an escape, and that's why I usually only seen 1 or 2 Oscar-nominated movies. Totally depressing. Energetic Vulture. Hey guys, I didn't realize. Sorry. Hey guys, didn't realize you either way. You saved me, as my missus is watching Love Island or some version of that. Yeah. Thanks for the super chat there, buddy.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
I do
Appreciate it,
realize
man.
you're
Thanks
on
for supporting the
tonight.
channel. Mad dog.
That's why
My wife is one of the smartest women I know, and she fucking watches that shit, and I'll never understand it.
Every time I come to your house, she's watching some fucking bullshit.
You get dumber. You leave dumber. Honest to God.
I feel dumber standing there for 5 minutes, and I look
really
at you.
do.
And I'm like, can we go in your room, please? That's why I love Black Adam. It never going to win any awards, but the action was really great. The Rock nailed it. Bobby Golden, a very compassionate take on the movie. Geo. Dark Side owns all. Okay, let's carry on with these. Get there. How you doing for time? You good?
Yeah, we're all right, man. Okay.
All right, so the Sideshow Nightcrawler is in hand, and yeah, there you go. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Looks good.
It's very vibrant, bright pieces. I only have one really critique on it, to be honest. I just don't like the middle part. Oh,
what do you mean?
I don't like that pinkness on his foot, and I don't like the seam that goes around, which is clearly where the key goes in. So obviously the smoke is connected to that foot.
Yeah.
And then they stick it all in together, but it's got a big sort of seamed key.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the piece, which I just think is a bit like, I'm not really digging sort of the purple around his foot. I would like that
and
foot.
Also, either side of that, that's some serious books.
Oh yeah, that's money.
That's some serious money. That is. Damn.
I
remember I was offered a 9.0 X-Men, giant size X-Men #1 at the time. And at the time, it was only selling for like $900 or whatever it was. And someone offered to trade it for me for Lobo. And I said no. And now, yeah, it's worth quite a bit more.
What's it worth now?
For a 9.0 giant size X-Men, I want to say about $4,000, maybe more.
Awesome.
Yeah, it kind of really shot up. I might be wrong, but that I mean, that X-Men number, if that's X-Men number 1 on the left, I mean, that's like 40, 50 grand easy. Maybe
Awesome.
more.
Well, he's
Yeah.
got so much of that sort of high level shit in he.
Just saw Black Adam. Pierce Brosnan stole the show. I've heard
Pierce
Pierce
Brosnan's
Brosnan.
fucking awesome. I watched I'm sub to this channel. Is it called GQ?
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
do this thing on it, which is like where they talk about their iconic roles. And Pierce
Yeah,
Brosnan,
yeah. Arnold does one.
he's done loads of good shit. Like him.
Yeah.
He's loyal to his wife as well, which is a man after my very own
Todd
heart.
Phillips has said Arthur Fleck was never meant to be anything like the comic Joker.
Yeah.
He's mentally a loner who's broke. But my question is then, why call him the Joker? Exactly.
People go see it, bro. It's a con.
Yeah.
People will go see it. Like people,
Rad-
if you got to think about it, it's actually genius because not many people are going to go and watch that film. If that was called anything else, you wouldn't go watch it because it's just too close. It's just too much. People will be like, fuck that. You put Joker on the end of it, you bring all the comic fans, you bring all the DC fans, you bring all the fucking sort of all them along for the ride. So, it shines a light on the film for sure.
Yeah. Burner account. Women watch relation dramas and dating contests mostly there, for sure. Was watching The Watcher on Netflix with the missus. I think I'm on about episode 8 of that. It's based on a true story, Nick. You know that? Based on a true story, that one. Fun series. I liked Remington Steele. Sorry, he's going to go there. He's still got epic hair. As a balding man in the 30s, I have to.
I just love the fact that when he's like when he was with his missus when they were in their prime and shit. His missus was stunning, like his wife.
Yeah.
And she's got a bit bigger, and like people are just like well judgy of that, and he's just like fuck. He's just like well loved up, and I dig that kind of guy. With you thick and thin, death to us part and all that shit. I like all that.
The Joker is the most boring film in history. The story is about how someone could become the Joker.
Nah, I don't think it is. I think that's what you want it to be. It has nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that guy does not become that guy. That guy gets a slap and battered by fucking Batman and thrown in the cell and all that. It's too much in love with his own victimhood there. Where the Joker, nobody knows fuck all. He's just a completely different animal. Yeah. For me, it's just not him at all. Portrait looks banging. Great portrait. Yeah, very colourful piece.
Looks really nice. This then is the tourist workshop Tsunami. So this is their Oblivion line, which this like some creature in the sea kind of thing. She's got that kind of weird kind of kraken head there. And then she's got the other heads as well, like an Asian style head. And then more of a kind of like a mythology like look to her there as well. But yeah, pretty cool. That's part of their line. Got a whole line of these coming.
I'd well be eyeing up their boobs and then get killed.
Yeah.
No, she's not wearing it.
And then you got like the treasure chest at the bottom there as well, where they've got the killed a couple of people. Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got a new picture of Merman. Is that anything different?
No, I saw a wicked post on this where someone was like, well, it looks like Christopher Walken, and I can't unsee
it. Yeah, man, I didn't even know that.
It was like David Igo was like did a gift that was like, oh my god, like Jesus Christ, I'd never seen it. And then I put like below it another one with like, him coming into a room going greetings.
Yeah. Yeah, I
can see really that. Like
Jesus, God.
Awesome.
Is that why you sent it? Did you send it to me?
No, I didn't, but I'm glad it's there.
Oh, fuck's sake. I don't know why sometimes there's just random pictures that pop up. My missus kind of buy reality TV, thankfully.
Lucky for you.
No way that
Lucky for
Joker
you.
can be Batman. Regarding the X-Men, what's your thoughts on that? Fan art Archangel still stable for owners with the spread of the wings. I think we spoke about that the other week, if that's the Zion art one. I'm forced to watch Married at First Sight Australia. UK is next. Fuck that. No way is Chuck Norris harder than Stallone. Now I'm going to have to get a cowbell for this statue. Ralph Furry. That's a cracking walking lookalike. Yeah, well done. That's a great comment. Christopher Walken, damn. This then is the XM Studios Superman dioramas. This is Justice, and yeah, so this you can't really see it there. It's hard to see, but there are like blue and like purple hues within this,
Huge, yeah.
and it does look really, really cool. We've got a video coming out for this probably tomorrow or the day after. And also there's pictures of it because now you have it next to the other two, and it's not really been shown with them all together, so they look quite good together. So yeah, that's that. This then is the Superman Classic.
There was a comment on last week's chat saying they pretty much use the same pose for all their Supermans, and it's not a bad shout. That is very close. That there and that there is very close.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I guess there's elements of it. Again, you know, there's iconic poses for the characters. I don't know. I mean, I guess you need someone like Stuart Murray to kind of say, you know, whether he thinks there are, you know, but I don't know.
Exactly.
You know, he's holding on to Parademon there, which is pretty cool. And there was a comment there because obviously Art reviewed the 1/6 scale version and it had the Parademon with it. If you order the 1/6 scale version, you don't get a Parademon. So Art was reviewing the prototype and it was made for that, but yeah, it's you don't get it with that. So you only get it with the quarter scale version. So that's just to confirm. But you do get 2 portraits.
Why has Art got that then if it doesn't come with that?
Because it was made originally and then they sent the prototype over, but they didn't take it out, just stupidly. And stupidly didn't tell him not to include it in the video.
So double stupid then.
Yeah. Then you got the Death, the War. They're coming up for pre-order. These are going to be really big pieces. Like really big pieces. They've asked if we want to review them.
Yeah, they come to us and not broken. I'm still, like I say, at the moment, time is a massive asset. Time is a massive problem for me. I have to be honest. I'm just not pushing to review loads of broken stuff. I'm just not. I ain't even excited to do it, and that's a problem.
No, yeah, I understand. I get that. Yeah,
I don't have the fucking time. Like, I don't have a lot of my own time, and getting like fucking, I don't know, like 8 pieces in and like 5 of them are broken. I'm just like, I just don't care. It's just really hard for me to be motivated to deal with that. I actually applaud you and they're lucky, because I'm telling you now, if they sent them things to me and they got to my house, I would literally just put them outside and put them in the bin. If they arrived in that condition, I'd open it, close it, throw it outside. I wouldn't touch it because I just don't have that kind of time to deal with that. It's just too much time. And even going over there and seeing something not in all its glory and how it should look, I can handle minor like breakages and things, but big breaks, like lots of breaks and like things like that, it's harder. So
well, yeah, I mean, that's why Merciless went back in the box, because he was fucked.
Yeah, but you also did a lot of work. I mean, you know, you're telling me that you spent like 3 hours on like one piece. I mean, that's a lot of time. I don't get 3 hours to myself in one day. I don't have that. It doesn't happen. What I've got now to do this chat, that's what I've had all day. I don't have any more. This is what I've got. I'm giving it here to like the channel and to like subs and things, because I feel like I should. Honestly, I don't have this kind of time, mate. I've got 3 kids under 4. Like, well, George just turned 4, but you know what I mean? It's busy. When I go to sleep is when I've got a little bit of time. I managed to have a bit of a beer, like and some fucking crisps and dip with my wife. Chat to her for an hour, and then I'm on this. So, other than that, it's like fucking loads of shit to do. So it's difficult. But I would love to review them, providing that they get sent to us in the right fashion.
Yeah,
and
of course.
preferably first, so that we can at least send them on to a channel, and actually show the respect that's due and pack them correctly, and understand that things are going to break and look at it in the appropriate way, instead of like, fuck you, it's not my problem, which is what Batman statue collector has clearly done to us.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're coming directly to us, so yeah.
Yeah, then fine.
Be good. This then they've got the whole story, the timeline. You can actually look it up. So it goes through that. I'm not going to read through this, but this has got a whole story with the kind of the 4 horsemen, and then there's also got the angels as well. So yeah, you go through that.
I thought they were TVs.
Sorry?
I thought that was TV instructions.
Not
to put your
just
TV on the wall.
Yeah, timeline of how the whole thing's going along. This then is the Wolverine. I think we've done this last week. So just skip through them. Someone actually come up with an idea to add the Riddler onto the Sanity piece. Actually works quite well. I think
it does I think it really does from afar, but I think when you go closer into that Riddler, the sculpt isn't great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. If you go closer into it,
also, I think he's a little small, isn't he? He looks like he needs to be 10% bigger. He looks like he's just a bit small.
He isn't a very big guy, but I think the sculpt detailing is a little bit lacking. I actually do think from this picture it doesn't look out of place, which is
no.
a credit to what they've done, like with the smoke thing at the bottom and everything else. And I think the pose is spot on for it as well. When I saw pictures of it up close, I was a bit like, it looks a bit rough. It's not as polished as the other characters. It's nowhere near as polished. Needs more work. But it's a fantastic idea.
I don't know what this one is. You send me this one?
No, I just saw this fan art surfer. I think this might be alpha for it, but I'm not 100% sure. I just really liked it. Thought it was pretty cool.
Okay. They sent me this Thanos as well. I don't know where this is from.
That's that Thanos on throne thing that we keep sharing the concept of. But this looks really good, doesn't it? Like the portrait and stuff.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks like it's been painted really well.
Yeah, it's nice bit of work. This. It's quite impressed with it.
This, I have no idea what that is.
This is like a weird concept, but it's genius, right? This is like a venomized Batman, right? So you look at it and you're a bit like, well, I'm not sure if I like that. I'm not sure, but keep going, right? So there's all this detail, right? And then, there's venomized bat suit, and there's like the bat, and there's like a joke head. But look at that. Look at the last picture up. His cape. Ow. Look at that picture. Can you see the venom head with the tongue?
Oh yeah.
With the teeth. That's actually the two different ends of his cape. So either side, when you look at it from that particular angle, it makes that venom head, which I thought that was quite clever. I don't know if this goes or anything like that. I don't know where this belongs in this sort of universe between Batman and Marvel and DC, but and I also think that it looks like that statue is going to fucking fall over because of the weight of all of the capes. But I did like
this in the slightest. I can see what you're saying, where the idea of showing the cape and whatever, and then from the other angle it looks like the face is cool. But Venom and Batman, again, I've got that thing about they just don't go together.
Yeah. You like my wife with beans and egg.
No. Oh yeah, well, Stucker likes it. There you go. Stucker likes it.
He's had too much gin.
Yeah. Wind back on the gin, buddy. Darth McMall, how you doing? This then is the Venom. Sorry, the Batman and Spawn. This is by Caleb. So you got that pairing. So
looks very early.
Very early, but this looks cool. Looks like it could be cool. Very popular comic book. It was in the 90s. Looks like Paul's cape is going to set on fire, though. It's right over the candle. This is just like, what the fuck are people doing? It's like, people actually sculpting that. Huh?
What is that?
It's like a Captain America where he's in his underwear. Like, sort of like, America's ass. And he's like leaning on the shield.
I thought it was like going on your left.
Maybe. No, it looks like, that's America's ass. So, yeah. But someone's taken the time to sculpt it. The funny thing is, the sculpt doesn't actually look that bad. The likeness actually, you can see it. But, yeah. Anyway. This then is the Hulkbuster. I think we spoke about this last week.
No, that's a fan art one, isn't it?
Yeah. Not. I just think that, if you're going to make a piece, and especially as a fan art thing, you need to kind of make an improvement upon what is there. And this doesn't improve on any of the ones that are there before, I don't think.
Yeah. I think that's a fair shout.
Yeah. Back to these ones from last week. I don't know where all these images come from. Face. Okay. Not a fan of it. Then this is back to the line where it's to do with the transformation stuff. So this is like a Spider-Man Venom transformation thing. There were some comments in one of the groups about how this Spider-Man coming out of the Venom looks really, really similar to the Spider-Man he did already with the other symbiote. Like it looks like he's like just reused them and reposed them.
Yeah.
Possibly. And with the amount of how much work he has.
See why.
Yeah, because he probably has reused the body. But but I'm not a fan of this.
Doesn't work.
At all. It's also when they do things like that in the background where it's got all this splash going on and there's bits in the air, that aren't going to be there, and I hate when they do that.
That doesn't work. Conceptually, it doesn't work anyway.
It's just a mess. And for the factory to paint that clean,
I think if he's going to be fighting this suit off, I don't think he should have the suit on underneath him.
Yeah,
I understand. Like it's easier to digest because it's like Spider-Man breaking out of the Venom. But the truth is, he wouldn't have the Venom over his suit.
Yeah. Alex, did you also add the sideshow statue of the nude Thor doing squats at the gym? No. I'm pretty sure that Riddler is an old DC Direct sculpt that someone repainted and kind of trying to make lemonade out of lemons. He should always have been included in the Dio as a key villain.
I agree.
Sure.
I agree.
That Spider-Man and Venom looks a mess. Too much going on. I totally agree. And I just think that Hydra in the back is just not really necessary. The thing where he's like grabbing the teeth there, it's just so much added, problems that don't need to be there, All of these teeth, all of this breakages here. So many things.
I mean, you see that Venomized sort of Batman sort of situation. That's all that's really needed here. You need like a Peter Parker, sort of not so agile posed, but maybe just like climbing out, almost ripping it off, and it's sort of like all broken up, and that's what you sort of that's what you're after with this. This is just, I don't know. This is basically like going, you know what? You get a bit of a Spider-Man, you get a bit of a Venom. I don't know where he's standing. Looks like he's in a ring somewhere or some weird. It's really a bit messy, man. It's not great.
It's almost like as well they've kind of gone, let's try and do it a bit like Hulkbuster, by XM. Let's try and do it where, Hulkbuster's standing on top of it. How can we do that? And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just too much. I just think, you can see the sculpt details there. There's an amazing sculpt in that regard, but the concept is just, it's fucked. It's just not.
You could get a much more efficient version of this with half the work.
Yeah. And he's got that kind of dick tongue coming out of him. He's like, well, weird. When the tongue looks well strange.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know. Let's move on from that. There you go. There's that Thanos again.
Why isn't it when
It's
people want to send us a fan art, nobody wants to send me this?
That's always the way, isn't it?
Why do I never get that lucky?
How about we'll send you a Psylocke, yeah? We'll send you a J. Scott Campbell Psylocke. Want that?
Yeah, one that does a smooth criminal fucking lean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
this
that fucking
is like
well,
this is then like a Viking Wolverine, which no, it's actually meant to be a medieval Wolverine.
who
But it
wants to
doesn't
be
look-
king?
It just doesn't look medieval. That's the problem. I think the armor and the weaponry is all fucked for it to be medieval. It just is all over the place.
I'm getting Viking. That's what I'm going with.
I'm just bored of all this shit, you know. I'm just really bored of all this crap of like, yeah, we're gonna do a Viking. When he looks a bit, I don't know, the anatomy's a bit weird as well.
I think that fucking you can blame XM for this anyway.
What is that from the samurai?
Yeah, people have tried to sort of mimic it with their favorite characters with other things. It's like they did that, and then it becomes like a little bit like in the statue world. It's like, okay, but let's do like, I don't know, let's do like a Western vision from fucking guns and a fucking tombstone hat, and we're fucking there. You're just a bit like, nah, you, and then
He's probably right now because someone's going to fucking do that now, aren't they? It's about me a Huckleberry. Fucking with his little cup, spinning round cup. God. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this at all.
I love that quote. It's a very good quote. That is, you know that.
Yeah.
And then the quote in that bit, you know, from that bit with the cup. You ever heard it? You ever heard anyone ever said that quote to you?
I watched
Latin quote.
What does he say? He says something.
There's loads. He speaks Latin, doesn't he, to Johnny Ringo, and he says "Vino veritas," which means in wine is truth. Which means just basically like when people are drunk, they speak their mind. They tell you the truth when they're pissed, and they like talking, isn't they? And that's a very good quote. That is. That's a good Latin phrase.
He responds to him in Latin as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he don't like that.
Yeah. This then is Weapon X, which helmet and that. This is really not very good pictures, and it looks really soft. I don't know. That's actually all the pictures. Oh wow. Okay.
We done well today. I'm hearing lots of movement upstairs, so I'm gonna have to bounce in a minute anyway. Both of my twins at the minute have got like bad guts because we're like we're weaning at the minute. We're at that stage, you know, where you start weaning. So you start giving them food, but I think they've got a tummy bug of some kind. Both of them are fucking bad.
Good.
Yeah, man. Arthur's like shitting all over the place. Just like literally constantly going to the toilet.
Oh, back's fucked anyway, sitting on this sofa, so that's good. It's good
Oh,
time.
you've got pillows there, you dizzy cunt. Why don't you fucking use one?
Yeah, should do.
Yeah, someone wants
All right.
milk.
Do the usual, guys. You like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you hopefully next week. So peace out.
We'll have Jesus collecting sort of what's it? Jesus World collections. So he'll be on next week.
Yeah.
So get some questions ready for him as well. Be lucky, people. God bless.
Peace out. Thanks, guys.